Hello, everybody. Can you hear us out there? Make sure we get a sound check first and make sure everybody can hear us. Of course, I'm here as always with Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind.
How y'all
Hello,
doing out there?
hello. Can y'all hear us out there?
We got a 5 by? We got 5 by?
5 by 5, I guess is what they say. I'm still
Yeah,
getting used to all this internet stuff.
that's what we said well, it was actually at Signal Corps. When I was in Signal Corps, and that's the thing of clear sound signals 5 by 5.
Ida and Ladybug say they can hear us, so I guess we're doing okay.
Right on.
Um, Basically, guys, what happened was the other morning when I went to go in, it was yesterday morning, as a matter of fact, on the 21st. I got up at 8 and started to leave here at 8:30 and had a flat tire. So I messed with that for a little while, and when I finally got it together and got it in there, I went upstairs to the courtroom, and he was already gone. So I assumed he'd already been in and out of there. I went down to the clerk's office. By the time I went down there, it was right around 11:30 or noon, and I asked for any and all paperwork, to just to find out what had happened upstairs. And they told me that they hadn't brought anything down yet. And I said, okay, how long do you think? And they said, oh, I don't know. The lady that normally takes care of it's at lunch. And I said, okay, I'll give you a couple hours. And I came back at 2 o'clock, and they still didn't have anything. And I said, well, that's okay. I'll just come back tomorrow. So today I go in, and they didn't have anything again. And they seen where he was supposed to be there on yesterday, the 21st. And for whatever reason, it was transferred to Judge Ballard. And they have, so he didn't have to show up yesterday. And there is absolutely nothing on the books. They could find nothing to tell me when it was continued to or any further date. They told me I would just have to keep calling back until they had the information. So I don't know if that seems screwy. It sure does to me. I don't know what's going on. I guess we'll find out as it goes. I'm not going to accuse them of trying to bury it just yet or anything. It does seem a little odd to me, but then I'm not exactly an expert in court procedure or anything. So there's a lot of things about that I'm just learning and don't know. So for the moment, know that there has been a continuance. It was sent over to Judge Ballard, and I will keep checking with the clerk's office. And as soon as I have a date of the continuance and when he's supposed to appear again, I'll let you know. So, short and sweet as far as the update's concerned, there really isn't anything to tell you other than he wasn't there because he didn't have to be, and no one knows what date that it is scheduled for. So we're all just kind of waiting with our hands in the air, waiting to see what happens. So hello to everybody out there in the chat. How you all doing tonight? Glad y'all could join us. And even though it was a short and sweet update, we've got plenty of time to talk a bit here in the chat. So if anybody has anything to say, I guess now would be the time to say so. And as always, I'm going to throw the link out there for a second here. And if there's someone out there that wants to come up and have their say or talk about this or anything else, come on up. We'll see what we can get into for a little bit tonight. I don't necessarily want to do one of those 5 or 7 hour marathons tonight, but I'll stay on here a little bit. We'll get some people up and have some fun. I love those glasses, Sovereign, by the way.
Yeah, see, I wear regular glasses, and these fit on over top of them. I jerry rigged a set of sunglasses I found at the dollar store. I said, I got to
Right?
have those. I popped the lenses out, and they just happen to fit right over top of these. So it looks like I've got and I can also do the, you know,
I want to say thank you to Articuto for that $100. He said drinks for all of our friends. So I guess
Art,
I'm going to have
you're
to
on.
buy a round of drinks for everybody Saturday. Thank you, Art. We surely do appreciate it, every one of us.
I'll have a
Thanks,
Sprite. I'll have a Sprite and cranberry juice.
Sprite. I have a sweet tea.
Yeah, see, my son and I both, we were talking about this the other night. We only have two conditions: sober and evil. So,
Roseanne Mossman said hello to us. A lot of other people have. So if I didn't,
Roseanne,
if
everybody
I
that said hello.
if I don't mention you by name, I apologize. Hello to everybody out there.
And all of you, thank
Hi,
you for.
everybody.
I feel a lot better. I'm at 95% today. I took my son and daughter-in-law and my granddaughter out. Went up to a place called Catherine Furnace. It's a pre-Civil War pig iron furnace, and there used to be like a little settlement. It's back in the George Washington National Forest, so I took a couple pistols with us too, and introduced my daughter-in-law to firearms. And I gave her a 22 pistol, and showed her how to use it, went over the whole safety thing, and I says, here you go. I says, now aim over at that tree and shoot. And she fired that first shot. She said, that's cool. She goes, bang, shoots another one. She goes, now I just want to stay up here all day and shoot. So I said, I graduated her over to the Glock 9mm, and she goes, oh my God, that was awesome. Like, and the whole time, my granddaughter, she's 7 months old. She refused to wear the headset. You know, we wanted to protect her ears. She's old. And my son stand a few feet away, you know, so she didn't give a shit about those gunshots at all. She had a smile on her face the whole time. I was like, that's my girl right there.
I seen Susie enter the chat. Remember, everybody else can say Susie's got to go.
And Will, the answer is there were other fights scheduled besides Chad Gu and Chili DeCastro. Those are still happening, but Chili punked out.
He's a bitch.
He's a bitch. Yeah. There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself, Sovereign. He backed out a long time ago.
My son hasn't watched him very much. And then since he's been here, you know, we've been looking at some of the shit, you know, especially with this Kate Peters thing and everything, right? And he's like watching him. He's like, God dang, that guy is really effeminate, man. Look at how Hey!
Hey, that sounds like where I'm at. I just got mugged by all your friends here, Terry.
She's got a few of them, don't she?
Holy crap. We just got back from, where did I go today? Circleville?
Circleville, yes.
Yeah. Just got back.
Did you see that message there, Sovereign? He done took off on me, didn't he?
He left. He left.
Had to go take care of them dogs.
Hey, AJ. AJ. Is that the infamous Jaws, AJ?
I don't drink either, but I do partake. Cool beans, brother. Yes, sir. No, it was another phantom burglar or something that wasn't there. You know, and that's the weird thing. Them dogs bark like crazy. There's nothing there. And then when somebody is at the door, I'm like at the door before the dogs notice anybody's here. You know, I'm like, oh my God.
Check out Wake Up America and Resist comment there. Says, hello all, I was in a local Walgreens today and I seen, I think it was Chili buying diaper rash cream. Was it diaper rash cream or was it butt hurt cream?
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't know if anyone's seen the video out there of the butt hurt cream, but it is incredibly hilarious. So if you get the chance, take a good look at that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hi Tequila Mockingbird. Roseanne, I haven't been able to get with Irish Demon. We've been back and forth messaging. We're going to try to figure that out hopefully here in a little bit. He's supposed to be here tomorrow. He's in Cincinnati right now, so I don't know at what time he and not Colin Cromwell are coming down. So that's about all I know. I sent Captain Gu a message. He has not responded to me. Somebody what the hell? Came to see everybody. What the hell?
I had talked to the captain a little bit earlier today in a text, and he said he was very busy today. I didn't ask any questions, but apparently he's pretty tied up today.
He's a big celebrity now, man.
Yeah.
Well, he usually also works from 2 to 10, so it's hard to tell what might or might not be going on in town. I'm not in there, so I don't know. I did hear that there was a big crowd out in front of the courthouse today. I was there. I was there this afternoon, but apparently that happened this evening. So
what was that for?
I don't know. Someone had messaged me and told me that there were a lot of people out front there and was asking me if Chili was back in town. And I said, no, I don't think you have to worry about him coming back. But David Lee said maybe he was buying Vagisil.
Maybe.
That's a serious possibility.
Did you show Sovereign your new T-shirt?
No, I haven't. But if y'all give me just a second, I'll grab it. I'll be right back.
We'll hold it down for you.
I was just showing everybody mine a few minutes ago.
Let me see. There you go. Yeah.
I have head-turning shirts. It's mostly what I do. But yeah, feeling a hell of a lot better now, man.
You sound a lot better. I was worried about you the other night.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit worried myself. I was like, come on, what is this? This is just like all of a sudden. And at the worst time, too, because my little granddaughter's here visiting. And, oh, my God, she's the sweetest thing. You got to see
When do you come in?
What's that?
When are you coming?
I'm leaving tomorrow late
Look
morning.
at that.
Afternoon.
Look at that shirt.
Oh,
It's my Justice for Caleb shirt, so I'll be wearing this Saturday fight night for sure.
I need that.
Well,
need
I may have an extra one depending on what size Skeptic is.
small.
He's got to be small like me. He's got to wear a medium or a small, one or the other.
If he's a medium, then I have a large extra.
I'll do large and large extras all the time.
Well, I mean, I think I have one large that's an extra that's an extra shirt. I have an XL for Demon.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah,
So I think I have it.
Large works good for me.
Yeah. I think that's it's like I told Terry, gray was the color of the shirt Caleb was wearing.
You went Amish shopping?
We went to Amish stores today, yes.
Did you buy any Amish?
She bought some Amish butter, a whole big thing of it.
Oh Lord! See, I thought you might be able to go there and buy some Amish. You know,
I bought a lot of spices. I like spices and stuff like that. Different spices that I can take home and utilize.
Right near us, just outside of Harrisonburg's an area called Dayton, and it's a huge Mennonite community. And of course, you know the Amish actually sprang from the Mennonites, and they figured that the Mennonites weren't being strict enough. And we have two different groups. There's the New Order Mennonites and Old Order Mennonites. The Old Order Mennonites, you hear them like on Sunday morning, early in the morning, right down the highway. You hear clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. There goes the buggies, and they're off to church. But I'll tell you what, they got this little mall where they sell all this Mennonite. It's a Mennonite grocery store. And man, the different cheeses and shit and sausages and stuff you can get there. I love that place, man.
Well, we were supposed to meet up with one of my friends from TikTok, and her husband had a last-minute mandatory meeting. I want to say she lives. Should I say she lived in Columbus? I think she lives in Columbus. So we were trying to kind of meet halfway in between. And so we picked Circleville, and we went to the Pizza Cottage. Has anybody ever had a baked potato pizza?
No, never even heard of such a thing.
No.
I haven't either, but it's not bad. Very interesting.
I want to respond to a comment here. They're asking about what's the deal with the lawsuits filed in Ironton. I assume you're talking about the ones that Chile filed. The federal lawsuits, I do not have an update on. Those have not hit yet. We're waiting to hear. However, the one he did file against Ironton and against WOWK TV Channel 13, the reporter, those were dismissed outright. So that's already gone. And I'm pretty sure that anything else that he has filed is going to get dismissed or beaten, just like everything else, that he's done. Because first of all, he's a liar and he has no clue what he's doing, and secondly, he's a liar and he has no clue what he's doing. So,
I believe, though, Terry, that Pam Wagner filed her attorney on her behalf. I did see a document, and I will verify tomorrow. So, allegedly, there has been a motion to dismiss filed on the federal lawsuit regarding Pam Wagner.
Oh, I'm sure there is. There's always a motion to dismiss filed. We'll see how all that gets. That's what I mean. I don't really have an update. I'm just waiting to hear what actually happens when it's done. So,
Baby Doll Ironton, yes, ma'am, or sir. I'm not really sure either one, but yes, I am in Ironton. I got in last night.
We know Baby Doll, don't we, Sovereign?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you see the comment there directed to you, sir?
I did earlier, and yes, I'm glad you're glad, and I'm glad I'm feeling better, because I thought I was starting to be possessed by demons or something, man. It was really.
Listen,
apparently somebody replied to he replied to your reply on his comment on the Ironton police protest video and said, "I think you should take a look at it when you get a chance. Have a good one."
Okay. I will tell you, it was kind of funny because Terry was texting us as we're trying to go from Circleville to this one Amish store, and we went through What, cornfields? I swear. So the text Terry gets back is, we are out in Children of the Corn territory. If we don't make it back, it was nice knowing you.
Right on. Right on.
I
Well,
was just waiting for the little kid with the big black wide brim hat to jump out and go, Malachi. I was so waiting for it.
You know, the funny thing is you feel out of place and uncomfortable in a place like that. Me, I feel right at home. You know, when I'm out in the sticks like that. I like the boonies.
Yeah, I'm like that too. When I first got here too, I was like, oh shit, if I start hearing dueling banjos, I'm out of here, you know?
That was the other thing I said. I was like, Terry, work client would like to know what is the news.
Hold on just a second. Icus says that he has the motion to dismiss and send it to F and Lawyer, and he has it up on his channel.
Got it. Work line wants to know what the news is.
Well, Work Lion, the news is the fact that when I went in there today to get any and all paperwork and find out about it, they have absolutely nothing. He did not appear yesterday. He wasn't required to for whatever reason. It was sent to Judge Ballard, I was told. And as far as when it's on the books and when it's scheduled, no one seemed to know. Everybody thought it was a little screwy, but no one has any information, and they told me to check back. So I will keep checking with the clerk's office, and as soon as we have something definite, I will absolutely let you know. So like I was telling everybody else, it sounds a little off, but that's because I don't know a whole lot about court procedure. It might be normal. I don't know. So as soon as I have more information on that, I will definitely update you to it. But for the moment, it's obviously it's under a continuance, and we'll have to wait until it pops up. I don't know why they don't have that already scheduled in the clerk's office, and they weren't sure either. So for the moment, that's all I have.
Oh, look, it's our widow friend Wedsock.
So on a great note, I enjoyed actually, I didn't know there was a link to that court proceeding yesterday. So I didn't get to watch it, and I was kind of bummed. And then I saw that Dummy Kruger put it up on his channel. And wow, what a little bitch. What a little bitch. I mean, he has absolutely no case. He goes in there like he's somebody, and I thought it was great because it's right in the wake of his little hate rage filled video about, oh, you guys are going to be all done after Wednesday. That's it. You guys are fucked. You're over, and all that other shit. And they're just like, get the hell out of here, you little pest.
You have to wonder what Chili thinks Hat and Crow taste like, since he seems to eat them every time he opens his mouth about what's about to happen.
Yeah.
That man's probably eaten more hats and more crows than any of us have ever seen. Just at a guess.
Moron, dude. Yes, he is. He's a complete moron. But that was funny as shit. I was glad to see that. But now he's going to be like Milton Bradley and make a board game to teach people history.
I'm dying for, and Flat Derp, if you come in, somebody tag Flat Derp. I've got the greatest video idea.
Oh,
we
God.
need to redo the where in the world is Carmen Sandiego to where in the world is Chalita de Castro.
No shit. No shit. Yeah, well. And the dog poop video. Come on, y'all.
Well,
Scott said everybody at Walmart was looking at him funny.
The total fucking thing. Look at, remember on his birthday video?
I know, with the Nutella.
The Nutella, right? That was his whole dog shit thing right there, man. He didn't even open that bag. How did he know it was in the bag? He's a terrible actor. He's terrible.
Scott Hubert just said everybody in Walmart was looking at him funny. I assume if you're walking around
naked,
watching a live in the middle of Walmart, people might look at you a little weird. If you're walking around naked in Walmart, people are definitely going to look. I mean, even if you don't want to see it, you can't help but look.
Hey, SD666, it's on Dummy Kruger on his channel. Let me see if I can find it. I'll pull it up and put it up in the chat.
Yeah, if you can get that link, throw it up there.
Yeah, let me see. Oh God, there was that asshole's face. Oh, doing the finger thing. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Hey, Work Line, that's exactly correct, because in the last 2 weeks, there's been no mention of that app. Now it's going to be it's now the new focus, and the new mission is a board game. So
yeah,
what
Josh
happened?
covered that today. Josh covered it today. Said it should be a combination of life and sorry because he's such a sorry person at living life.
Mm.
Here it is here. So I'll go over here.
Scott said he forgot his jock sock at home. Hopefully, at least you are still in your boxers, Scott.
So that link I just put in the chat there, that's to Dummy Kruger's video where he's got the court footage. It's
Looks
pretty
like
good.
Scott already beat you to it and threw it in there as
Oh.
well. So it's doubled up in there. You should be able to find it pretty
There
easy.
it is. Y'all on your own now. Watch after IA is over, y'all. Yeah. That goes without saying, Scott. The only rule is that you only watch it after IA is over. EB Joe, no.
Hello, EB Joe. How you doing tonight?
Joe?
I am good.
Where you going with that plague? Yeah.
I've linked EB Joe in like kind of like I did you, Sovereign. So sometimes she's going to come on my live. She's going to be my bouncer.
Well, that
So
sounds like a win.
you know, when people start running their mouths too much, kind of like the other night, she might hop in a little bit earlier than I will and get them the hell out of here. So I think what we're going to have to do is it was suggested to me that maybe we can have like a time limit, maybe 5 or 10 minutes or so, give them time to say what they got to say, respond, and so that we can get people in and out.
Sound like a winner, man.
Yep. Hi, Della.
Much better than the screaming about nothing.
All right. Well, I have to find it. Is it going to get me shut down?
I don't think so.
No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think so. I don't
Fucking
think
with
you've
you,
said
bro.
anything yet.
He emailed it to me too, but I have I can't do it all
I
in
got
one
you.
screen.
I got you. I got to find Yahoo. Hang on. I got to get to my mail. What the fuck? Yeah, there we go. No. Why are you making me look at shit that I don't want to see? Oh, no. Come on. There it is right there. I see it.
Well, EB Joe, you're awful quiet tonight.
It's rare, isn't it?
Listen, we're all laughed out looking for Malachi and damn Children of the Corn.
I swear to God, all you saw for miles was corn.
You'll have that in Ohio. When it's not corn, it'll be like soybeans in order to replenish it so they can grow more corn generally.
What are we?
Yeah, if that was out in the
It's
middle
Chili's board game.
of BFE, that was out. Whew.
Isn't it?
That's BFO. That's Ohio there.
Yeah.
Listen, when Siri is saying, hello, you need to get the hell out, I really start to think maybe we should listen.
And the sad part was we're thinking, oh, we're just right next to 22. We should be back at 22 in about 5 minutes. And it took us back the same way we went in.
The guy in
Lizzie Lou saying that they seen 5 hours ago Delete Laws filed a federal tort lawsuit in Massachusetts. All evidence will be reviewed in the federal court lawsuit. More things coming. We don't stop, right? He doesn't stop running from absolutely everything that matters and losing everything that he's tried to win. That seems to be a fact.
Well, I did see that on the community post. It was scribbled handwriting that my 10-year-old can print out better. So if this lawsuit was written as well as the address was, I'm sure once the clerk or clerks open it up, read through it, they're going to have themselves a really good laugh.
Hey, why not? We've been laughing at him for months now, ain't we? Did you see that comment to you there, Sovereign?
No, I was trying to get that thing that Peter sent me. There it is. But it says,
Lisa said, hey, Sov, glad to see you. I've been worried about you.
Yeah, I'm good to see you too, Lisa. Thanks. We're back. We're normal. There's you can share that up there. I pulled up that thing that Peter sent me of the Chili's board game, if y'all want to see that. Am I muted? Oh no.
No, I hear you just fine.
Did you hear me, Terry?
Yes, I can hear you fine. I assume everyone else can too.
Okay. Yeah, I pulled up Chili's board game that Peter sent me. There it is.
Sorry about that. I was talking to the wife there for a second. Here is the board game, I suppose.
Yes, this is it right here. This is what Peter Lemire just sent me in an email. Nope, not me. That's what I'm going to use if I read. Nope. Oh, okay. Sir, you were found with 15 bodies in your crawl space. Nope.
Nope.
Okay, never mind then.
Nope. It wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
I don't know why he keeps going to the bar association to try to solve this problem.
I don't know why he thinks he can do anything in a court. He watched a season of Boston Legal and thinks he's got it going on, you know?
Listen, don't mess with my James Spader on Boston Legal because he could rip you a new one.
Anybody
I like
watch
that
those
show,
videos?
man. It was pretty good.
I'm thinking more he watched Ally McBeal.
No, he didn't watch any court shows. If you watch those videos, at the video of the court case, it opens up with like to demonstrate what a fucking tyrant so and so is. Like, you can't.
Yeah, his video he was going to use for evidence.
It's evidence.
Starts out showing what a fucking tyrant these people are. They use those very words.
It's a caption
in the title.
It's a caption right on it. Like on the
Now,
video.
how did that get in there, and who's commenting under my name? Because I didn't say that. I didn't just type that in there. So who typed that in there? Because it's coming up under my logo.
That's me. I typed that. That's weird.
Oh, okay. Well, since I have you in here, it must be letting you use my logo. So know that.
Oh,
This is so weird.
I know, right?
Huh.
So now I know.
And we have Mr. B back with us for a bit tonight. Hello, Mr. B.
You know, that's what
I'm alive.
No, you got somebody else.
Right.
See, I learned shit about this technographical shit all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was awful. He didn't get to present a lick of anything, even though he probably didn't have anything anyway. But the shit that he did try to demonstrate with all sorts of jaded with personal bias and was not going to be admissible anywhere for anything to anybody ever. So
There you go, EB. Lisa said you can say anything now and blame it on me.
There you go.
Ooh, good idea, Lisa.
No, he didn't have a fucking bit of evidence. You can see, this is the. I guess they do court by Zoom now. I don't know how that's fucking legal.
I think.
Good night, Work Lion. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. You have a good night, sir.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I can tell you he has not watched Judge Judy, because had he ever watched Judge Judy, he would have known that affidavits don't work in lieu of an eyewitness. Because Judge Judy always says, if I can't cross-examine them, then it's hearsay and you cannot bring it to court. I will not even look at it. So he did not watch Judge Judy.
You know, but unlike Judge Judy, if you do look really close, it does look like he has stupid tattooed across his forehead, though.
There's a screenshot of the fucking court proceeding in his stupid face. I mean, look at that. Watch this dipshit.
They work in conjunction, Your Honor, so sometimes the stories kind of blur. I apologize. Yeah, I saw. They raised a bunch of money, Bruce. They're not going to be able to stop what's coming on September 21st. I could tell you guys the full plan. I could tell her top-notch $2,000 an hour lawyer what's happening on September 21st. I can give him all of the discovery that I'm presenting on September 21st. It won't matter. He won't be able to stop it. It's too many people that this woman has harassed. And what Kate Peter does, she marks my location, and then she sends a troll farm or harassment farm after me. Where the law is not caught up to where we are. I got a bunch of affidavits from people who went down on sworn statements and got notarized for you to read. There's 4 different people who she's done this to previously who have written sworn statements that are notarized. My husband's on display to report now.
Look at this judge. Look at that judge's face.
Don't lie. You don't support Kate Peter.
That's the face you make when you smell bullshit coming, huh?
With respect to you, Mr. DeCastro, you told me about 2
Yep,
things.
that's what you smell.
About August 30th, where you say that Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters were driving around looking for you. And then you tell me about August 28th through August 9th, where perhaps a photograph of you was taken. Not clearly what exactly you're experiencing or going through, and I don't want to be clear. So,
on August 30th, Kate Peter posted a picture of herself at the lobby of the apartment I was staying in Boston. What that does, she posted a picture of my diplomat home on the report now. She marks where I'm at. And then once my location is marked, she has 25,000 professional harassers who will look up where I'm at, my location, anybody that anything around me that's associated with it.
Oh my God, that's worse than a migraine.
These people will mass contact in the attempt to harass me. And
Look
so
at that
they
judge.
They went to my place in Boston. She literally posted a picture on her communication. I believe it was August 29th or August 30th or 2nd. I have the had a summer home out in New
What
Hampshire,
in the
middle of
fuck?
nowhere. They drove out there, put up a sign that said, "Kate always wins," put up balloons. I have pictures of all the stuff in the text messages with the people whose house they went to that freaked them out. Because it's in the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire. They had to drive 100 miles to get there. So,
And when was this New Hampshire incident, sir?
what's that?
When was this New Hampshire incident?
It was September 5th, September 6th. I have screenshots of the text messages coming from the homeowners saying, "What the heck is this? Who are these people coming out?" They were alarmed and they fired my friend who works for them. He had to fight for his job back because they were so spooked. This man is so armed and thinks you understand what's going on. She just marched the location and then they come after you. And my other application, also notarized. You'll be able to read it yourself. I mean, it's taking me a month for everybody to
Watch this. He's giving all his shit.
Here's just a real quick, amazing revelation, okay? In case the sports server called, the chili wash the sports server,
He's a
and then they
grifter.
came to my house at 3 o'clock in the morning and tapped on my windows and
Here he's getting
And
pissed.
mosquitoes are doing this.
man, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a thing on the internet now. It's called trolling, but it's called harassment. And what they do is they
I understand what harassment is, sir. I understand what trolling is, but my question is, why would they be trolling or harassing you?
that's how they make money on it. They make money by finding someone who has a big personality, not just me. They'll attach to any person. They've been doing this for years. I have affidavits by people who also have the same story as I do. And as a matter of fact, Kate has a criminal case, she violated harassment sexual harassment. She has a criminal case for this week. And then another guy also had a harassment sexual order in this court on Friday, and then another one in New Hampshire on Monday. I mean, the law is finally catching up to this woman, but this is what she does for a living. She finds someone who's really outgoing, has a big personality, and then
Why does he sound like he's talking through a diaper?
with 25 hours harassment. She hates people.
I'm trying to find that part where his buddy comes into the court and starts he's waving these fucking papers up in the air and shit. She had to tell him to shut up.
And his buddy, that's Zane,
Yeah.
who also has taken out an HPO against Kate, and he brings himself to court knowing she's going to be there. He is in such big fear.
Watch it. Okay, I think this is where he gets mad.
To address what you told the court. Sir, in the back, please put those papers down. You're not a part of this proceeding.
That's Zane.
Sir, if you cannot comply with the court's orders to not interfere with this hearing, you'll be ejected from the courtroom. I don't want to have to do that. The parties before me are Mr. DeCastro, Mr. Abrams, and Ms. Peters, and no one else.
That might be my assistant on paperwork.
Well, and your assistant is not you, Mr. DeCastro.
You know, I'll just follow up with you guys. You know,
He's trying to have his own person.
Yeah, he's stupid as fuck. Stupid as
You're going to
fuck.
have to come up now and address the court, Mr. DeCastro. You have an opportunity to address. No, you'll have an opportunity to address everything that was said after Ms. Peters is done. The reason I'm doing it this way, sir, is because your presentation, you lump them both in together, so it makes sense for me to hear from the both of them, and then you can address that. Yes, I'm going to ask you to mute yourself so I can hear from Ms. Peters.
Good morning, Your Honor. I mean, we can just stick to the affidavit here, otherwise it's extremely convoluted. I apologize for the circus. This is, for all intents and purposes, a spectacle that is, going on in front of thousands of people. I do run a YouTube channel. Mr. DeCastro, in my opinion, has been most vehemently going after me because I am female. I am more successful than he is. He seems to take exception to that. I've been a very harsh critic of his. My speech is protected. It contains no true threats, no fighting words whatsoever. Minister DeCastro, on the other hand, since the 7th, when he asked for this order, has issued a number of legal threats at me, telling me that I'm, going to have people show up at this courthouse. He actually has someone in the courthouse right now who has filed for a restraining order in New Hampshire against me that it was denied. He actually has an active harassment order against me right now, so I have to be here. This that these men are purporting to be afraid of me, but then going out of their way to be at the same venue that I am. This is just an ongoing campaign to chill my
You're
free
saying
speech.
this other person has a harassment order against
Active right now.
not Mr. DeCastro.
No, as Dane came in the courthouse, he came here of his own volition, knowing that I was going to be here. Right?
This is sir, it's not your time to speak. You yourself, Mr. DeCastro, is still last warning. In the back of the court with
In
the
the glasses right there, this is the second time that I've been
Did you
talking
get
to this gentleman. The first time was in West Roxbury District Court when I was on matters that did not concern Mr. DeCastro or Mr. Zane. They accosted me in the courthouse 4 times. They had to be removed by court officers 4 times. They then waited for me outside of the courthouse.
Take your time.
So
Let's get back to the
outside of the
affidavit.
courthouse.
Let's get back to Mr. DeCastro.
like Kate, September 21st, you can raise 20 grand, baby. You can raise 50 grand. You've done enough damage to enough people, your channel, or at least you won't be able to talk about me after September 21st.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I've never stalked him physically. He can claim that I have for the court's consideration, although I would appreciate it. I understand that the evidence would be shared with the plaintiff. This is my location history for the last 4 months. I don't want him to know where I go.
Let's see
But I have not.
let's see if I can get it up to where he starts getting really mad.
You physically assault me numerous times.
And I think you said you got him canceled. What do you say to that?
I canceled.
Hello, educator. Glad you joined us tonight.
No, I mass tracked.
Where are you, Captain?
Castro, clearly, as we can see, is in his deportment before the court. He's a divisive and kind of abrasive individual. He's broadcasting himself potentially millions of.
She came to my location in Boston and posted a picture of herself in the lobby of my building. She went to where I was on summer vacation in New Hampshire and showed up there and put her name up there. Jake trolls always win. They have the pictures right there. She showed up at my location to intimidate me.
I'm in Ironton.
My location. The trolls will then literally go into physical violence. She chased me down on Memorial Day. Her video says, I stalked him across the city. I was checking in with the private Discord server. Is he still there? Yes, he is. I'm driving across the county, white knuckles, and she parked my car in. And then Josh filmed just a way to try to kowtow to me like a poster on her. That's crazy. My mom is traveling cancer. It's just a way to paint me in some crazy negative light. But if you just take a look, I'd like to call Bain. There's a 9-minute video that shows the actual events that happened in order. They're telling you really the story, but the evidence shows up completely different. And when you listen to Bain, they have, I mean, just knowing me causes massive problem. Because the troll won't attack anybody I know. It's way past what you think. I'm suing them. You know how hard doing law is, federal tort law, filing a lawsuit against these people. It's an amazing amount of work. I just want them to leave me alone and stop talking about me and let me go on with my life. It's not prior restraint, it's stalking me. Look at the video, they closed my doorknob on my front door. There's dogs, there's food all over my hand, you can see it. You won't look at it though.
All right, Mr. Castro, thank you for your testimony. I've heard enough to make a decision in these matters. The legal standard has not been satisfied, sir, for either of your requests. As such, your request for orders against both Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters is going to be denied. The hearing is now concluded.
Can I call my witness?
This hearing has concluded, sir. You're all set. You're all set. You're free to go. No clapping, no applause. No applause.
Oh, what?
Please follow the direction of the court.
What a joke, he says.
The hearing is over. Whoever is controlling the Zoom, Mr. Castro, can leave the meeting at this time.
What a joke.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Eat that hat, you little bitch.
Right.
Kate always.
Wouldn't it have been funny if they made him not in contempt of court for saying that?
Can we stop that now? I'm sick of listening to his.
Oh,
comments.
yeah.
I just can't handle his voice another single second.
He's gone.
However, John Q. Smith is saying this judge makes constant trolling someone you don't like legal. Watch out what you are doing. This is not good. First of all, the judge didn't make anything legal or illegal. All she did was denied the fact that Chile had any reason to be afraid of them. They are absolutely no threat to them. And if their words hurt him that bad, then what he needs is thicker skin and a more mature attitude, in life. He just needs to grow up a little bit. That's what he needs to do. He needs to remember that sticks and stones can break my bones, but your words, unless I'm really stupid, can never hurt me.
He manufactured reasons to be afraid, like the poop on the doorknob thing and all that shit. He set that up himself, man. He set that shit up himself so that he could do this. He doesn't like
poop on a doorknob.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No. I always wondered though. The two of them both wear the same glasses. You ever notice that? It's like they got it's like Chili, either Chili or what's his name have a hard on for each other because they both have the same style haircut. I mean, I personally don't like either one of them. Who's the
other one? Who's the other one you're talking about?
Accountability guy.
AFA. Okay, yeah.
AFA. Yeah. I mean, I personally think, because believe me, some of the stuff he's been accused of is kind of funny too. I mean, he's been accused of some from his girlfriend, I know, because he, the one YouTuber, tried to help him, and then he found out what he was supposedly doing, and he was in jail for some stuff. But personally, I mean, I don't like either. That's what I mean. I don't like either one of them. But to get butt hurt over, I mean, that'd be like saying, I don't like your cowboy hat. It should be black instead of white. Women wear white hats. Now sue me.
You know what the funniest part of this whole damn thing is Chili talks about the rule of law. Well, one of the first things that pertain to us in the law is that First Amendment. The first part of that is the freedom of speech, which you would think that he would hero for. However, instead of opting for freedom of speech, this fucker wants to make sure that you have freedom of speech as long as you're not talking about him. Right. He doesn't like that. And as far as John Q. Smith's track me, and I literally wouldn't like that too much. No one's tracking him. Actually, he's giving away his location with his own damn live camera. Take a look at his videos; you'll see it yourself. People in the local area know exactly where he's at because they happen to live there. It's really not hard to find him. Hell, I found him when he was in our local town here. I knew exactly where he was at by what was on his camera. It's not about tracking him. He's just a moron. If he doesn't want people to know where he's at, then he shouldn't show every mile marker he passes and every highway sign and every business that he's in front of or in. That's his fault, not anyone else's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I find the whole thing kind of interesting. Like you said, it's what's good for him is not good for the gander, so to speak. It's kind of funny.
Well,
he wants to live by a double standard is what he wants.
Free to speak as long as you say what I want to hear.
Right.
Yeah. Unless we don't like what you say.
He definitely has mods. I'd say they probably have bleeding fingers by the time they're done playing whack-a-troll in the chat every night.
They're in there high-fiving each other over what a good job they did, you know.
Well, that's because they have no idea what's real in life. Of course they're high-fiving each other. It's probably a bunch of high school kids.
It's like I'm sure you saw me covering my car when I first got on. That's my toy, my little hot rod, as I call it. It's a 1980. It's a 2004 Audi TT Roadster convertible, and it's yellow. I got about 5 neighbors on the street called the Fagmobile, and I just go boy, you guys are just pure jealous. Why would we be jealous of a yellow car? You should paint it black or red or something. And I tell them, one, they only made 1,200 of those cars that color. And out of the 1,200, I think 100 of them were shipped to the United States. The rest of them were shipped to all other parts of the world. And for me to change the color of it like that would ruin its value. And be honest with you, when I go to, I've gone to a bar, just getting out of work, hopped in that car, gone to a bar and go to have a drink, and I smell like a dog from working all day, and I got BO, and I've had more women hit on me with that car just because of that car than most people would with a Jaguar. I mean, I literally had a guy out front with a brand new Corvette, and I had more women chasing after me because of my yellow TT convertible, and they couldn't understand it. But there you go. I get called gay all the time because of the color of a car. Shows how ignorant people are.
I've got to give a shout out to John Q. Smith, who sent in a super chat of $9.99. I don't see a message there, so if you had one and didn't get it in there, go ahead and put it in the chat, and I'll make sure it gets highlighted. I appreciate the $9.99. Thank you very, very much.
Got $100 one there too.
Yes, yeah. I already mentioned that one a little bit earlier. That was Articuto. He sent me $100 to buy everybody a round of drinks Saturday.
Art's a good dude. I wish he could come out. That'd be all right. But
yeah, I surely wish I could meet Art face to face. I like Art. He's a pretty good guy. And not to mention he's a fellow medic. He was a medic in the Navy. So I was a medic in the Army. So we kind of feel a certain little bit of kinship there.
Sure. Who did I get a message from? Oh, let's see.
I remember the old Army days.
I sort of do.
And there was one up here I wanted to get to, guys. First of all, I love the name. Let me find this again so that I can get it back up here and everybody can see it. Tiny Tonka Tyrant. I love that name. And yeah, the dumbass put his own credit card information out, and that's just more proof that he's an absolute dumbass. So you'll have that. But I love that name, by the way, Tiny Tonka Tyrant. That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the laugh.
I gotta get up here. I'm looking for a graphic. I'm trying to send to somebody here. I don't know where it is.
Nothing surprises me anymore, though, in this world.
So back to Spoljaric, what's going on with him, or why did they turn it, or have they said anything? Because that's awful strange.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
yeah.
he was supposed to be there yesterday morning, and
Right.
I was late getting there, so I asked if he'd already been in and out. The clerk's office has absolutely nothing on it other than it was continued. He didn't have to show up yesterday, which I had no way of knowing until I got there. And they have nothing further. They don't know when it was scheduled to. They have no paperwork on it at all. So they know absolutely nothing. And although it seems a little fishy, I guess we'll just have to wait. They told me to keep checking back. So I'll keep
Okay.
checking back. And as soon as I have more information, I'll let everybody know. But for now, we know that it's been continued, and Judge Ballard has been sent to him. So he's going to handle it. And I guess we'll wait and see what happens whenever it finally hits the books. I'm not sure why it didn't.
Yeah, that's a little strange. And I'm with you, baby doll. We are going to have some really good people in here this weekend.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't want to speak for the ladies at the clerk's office. I want to say that they've been nothing but absolutely phenomenal with me. They help me in any way they can. But by their facial expressions, they seemed a little surprised and you know, that they didn't have any information on it either. So, you know, I don't know what happened. Maybe the attorney just didn't bring it yet. You know, I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know. It's some shady shit going on there. It just seems like
Well, if they try to bury it,
going down.
if they try to bury that, we're all going to get together with a bunch of shovels and dig it right back up for them. That much I can promise you. You know, we can't let that happen. It just can't. I mean, especially now with the, you know, with all the stuff that went on here and what Chili had said, and then this come out talk about almost perfect or imperfect timing, depending on which side of the board you're on. You
Yep.
know, you know, the timing was absolutely perfect or not, depending on how you look at it. So it absolutely must be taken care of. And I think everybody feels the same way I do. And it's not personal against Brad Spoljaric. It's not a personal thing. But if you are putting people in jail and then doing the same thing, then I demand that you have to pay whatever price that anybody else would have to pay. That's all. You know, no
Exactly.
more, no less. No more, no less. But you absolutely must have to get run through the system just like everybody else. There should
Fair's
be no
fair.
special treatment. So that's just my opinion on it. I think we ought to hold their feet to the fire on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure that there'll be a lot of people upset if that's not what happens. I'm pretty sure they'll you know, stand with me on that, because that's, you know, and now again, I do have a bit of faith in the legal system. I believe they're going to take care of it. I'm sure this is, you know, probably just a clerical error or something crazy going on. I'm trying to give them every benefit of the doubt, you know, so I'll check back, and whenever I find out something, I'll sure let you know.
Well, I don't know. Just I think there's more to it. I really do. I think there's a lot more to it.
Well, that's a serious possibility. You know, anything's possible from this point for sure.
Of course, now, you know, that's just my own paranoia, maybe speaking, but you know, I grew up just outside of Detroit. I know what's up. You know, this kind of thing is never a lone wolf situation. And if
Check
it
out that comment.
with his bifold.
Coming out with a bifold.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Nice one, Wake Up. That was a pretty good one there.
Well, we already know. Hey, there's Mitten State. I don't know. Have you been in here? I just didn't notice. What's up?
He's been in the chat the whole time, actually. Mitten State's usually always around.
Well, yeah, they should be. Hell, you know, if you're going to be the person that's out there, you know, you got to be better than what you're doing, I guess.
That link's out there, Mitten, if you want to come up, by the way.
See, you got to look at how corruptible something like that can be. You know, a small amount gains a serious amount of money. I remember back in the 80s when Coke was like the big fucking deal, you know. You know, so here's a cop at that time making maybe $20,000-$30,000, and somebody says, "Hey, dude, I'll give you $10,000 to just not be here on a certain time and date." You know, there's a 30-year yearly salary, man, tax free, and you know, just to not be somewhere. You know, that's how it starts, and it's real easy. It's very easy to corrupt people with that shit. And the more addictive the drug, the more corruptible it is to use with, because it's a form of power. You have a power over people when you have that. See, it's sick, but nevertheless, never seen it go where it's just one cop and nobody else knows about it. I mean, fuck, look at the movie Serpico, for crying out loud. That's a true
Well,
story.
if we didn't live right in the middle of the drug superhighway on this side of the country, I wouldn't be as curious about who else is involved as I am.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that they are. What I'm saying is that I have questions. We'll wait and see how we can get those answers. But I want to say hello to Trifold Troll. Hello again tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good there, Terry. That Tiny Tonka Tyrant, that's me. I changed my name on here.
Well, I sure do like it, man. I like that Tiny Tonka Tyrant. That sounds exactly like him.
I heard that from AFA. That's where I got it from, because he kept saying Tiny Tonka Tyrant, and I was laughing my ass off. I said, that'd be a good name.
Well, I like it. It gave a good laugh to me. I enjoy it. There's so many people out there with these accounts, man. They come up with some of the greatest names.
You would have seen the ones in Cake's Live last night. Oh my God, like Chili's, like doorknob and shit like that. It was hilarious.
I seen one in Josh's today. It was Chili's tweezers. They had made a comment about tweezers, and I don't know how these people were so quick to do all of this. I'm lucky to keep up with one account.
Yeah, it's funny. It's always funny. Chili's credit card. That one was funny as hell.
How did I lose this? Oh, I better do it.
But I'll let y'all get back to it. I just want to come up and say hello to everybody.
Hey, we appreciate it, Trifold. Thank you much.
So does this guy live in the community? I mean,
you talking about Brad?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he lives in Ironton. As far as I know, he still lives in Ironton. I assume he still does.
I wonder if he catches any shit from people when he goes out. I mean, he's pretty well known.
I don't know. I only seen him once since all of that. He was at the gas station airing up his tire. I blowed the horn and waved. I don't have anything personal against him, and it's not a moral issue for me, other than the fact that he's putting people in jail for what he was doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? It doesn't bring hate from me or anything like some people might have toward him. I don't hate the man. The funniest part about it is, to be honest with you, I thought he was one of the good ones. I really did. I actually liked the guy, and I thought, he was well on his way to earning my respect by our interactions and how he acted with me in American Pride. And I honestly thought he was going to turn out to be one of the good ones. So, there you go. But then again, I believe Chili in the beginning too. So, you'll have that. I know I can be a bit naive, but yeah, I don't know these guys personally. Again, I don't know anything about them. I never spend any time with them. The closest I ever got was riding in his car for a shift. So, he sure wasn't doing it when I was there, obviously. He didn't take me on any drug runs or anything like that. So, I didn't get to experience that part.
You have to also remember, Terry, that our initial opinions, like and despite the negative connotations of it, our prejudices of other people, in other words, what we prejudge other people to be like, are based on our own intimate knowledge of ourselves, and so generally good people like to think that other people are good people, whereas the untrustworthy people, they don't trust anybody. Why? Because they know, given the opportunity, they would do exactly what they wouldn't want done to them. So
I try my best,
so
right.
Anything.
I try everything within the ability of what is in me to give everybody what they bring me at face value until I learn different. I do everything I can to see the best in everybody. Well, and I've seen and known people who have done a lot of terrible things in their life, according to the law, a lot of drugs, some theft to pay for that kind of stuff, and a few of them did learn their lesson, and they're a lot better people today. You know what I mean? Not everybody comes out of it with a positive experience, but there are those few, and I'd like to believe that Brad just ended up in a small situation in his life, got a little bit addicted, and hopefully he's going to take care of that and be a better man for it, is what I'm hoping.
Yeah, once some drugs get a hold of you. Once some drug get a hold of you, you do anything and everything you can. I mean, it's sad. I've seen good people go downhill and die.
Yep.
from being addicted to drugs. So
Well,
they can-
I've
alcohol
known-
works the same way. Alcohol works the same way on them. You know, it's the same type of addiction. It's
I've known people personally that I would have trusted with my life a long time ago, but because of the pills that hit this area, before the heroin and fentanyl that we have now, back when it was all pills, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, I knew people then I would have trusted with my life. They got on those pills. Today, I wouldn't trust them with $1 to walk across the street and bring me 10 back.
right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't trust them around anything that I own or anything. And, before that, I really literally would have trusted them with my life. So, the drugs will, unfortunately, that stuff changes the way you think. And while you're on it, you'll never understand what I mean by that until you've been off of it long enough to where you can actually think for yourself again. Then you'll understand,
Yeah,
but until then.
Sorry, Terry.
So
You know what's funny?
Like, what is it? A crackhead will steal your wallet and then help you look for it.
Right, exactly.
I got my brother-in-law's a doctor, and he actually did his internship in Ironton, Ohio. And we were talking about the other day. I asked him where he did his intern. He actually gave me the exact address where his house was, and he said next time you go through there, because I go through there once in a while with a truck, to what it looks like. And I showed him some of the videos and showed him some of your videos online. He goes, "That town's gone way downhill since 1991."
Well, it seems as if it's constantly headed that way. I mean, it's a really, really old town. It's been around for a long time. Back during World War II, it was like the world's leading pig iron industry right here. So it was like the happening place. Had nicknames like Little Chicago. I'm told that people like Babyface Nelson stayed at the local, hotel downtown and things. And, we had our own red light district and all that kind of stuff. And of course, today it's just kind of a dried up what's left of that type of town now,
Well, it's but it's basically a Rust Belt city, kind of like if you think about it. I mean, it's half how many industry is left? Because Ironton in the last 50 years.
Well, there's my father worked at a couple different plants that were downtown, and now none of them are there. We used to have the Malibu, which was a steel place. We had Allied Chemical plant right there on the river, and then right across the road from that used to be an old coke plant called the Solvent.
And there was also Meehan Steel.
Right, I forgot about Meehan. They sure were there.
Yeah, right down there on 3rd Street.
We used to have a lot of places like that, and now there's nothing left. Basically, all we have are bars, banks, and restaurants.
We have pizza joints.
Yeah,
There's
pizza.
like 5 or 6 pizza joints here. I mean, come on.
Well, that falls under restaurants.
So what industry is left there?
Pizza places and bars.
No, I mean industry. I'm not
That's
talking.
exactly it.
None. There is none. It's all gone. There is absolutely none left.
It's gone the way of like all the Pennsylvania steel towns, Detroit, Pontiac, up in southeastern Michigan. That's all dead.
So there's vacant lots though where the industry was. I've taken.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's just cheaper to ship everything we have to China, let them build it and ship it back. Evidently, so that everything seems to be made in China today. I remember when I was a kid, it was Japan and Taiwan, and now everything's made in China. So I guess they just ship it around the world wherever the whatever controlling unit there is.
China, Korea, yeah.
I know. One day I was smoking a pack of cigarettes, and my uncle had bought a pack of the same kind, and we're going down the road, and he looked down, and on the label it said made in Vietnam, and he served during the Vietnam War, was over there, and it pissed him off so bad he rolled down the window and threw the whole pack out. Took the one out of his mouth that he was smoking and threw it out too, and he said, "I'll be damned if I patronize Vietnam." So you never know where your stuff's going to come from.
Now, if you run across any things that say they were made in occupied Japan, that's something you want to hang on to. Those are collector's items, because we didn't occupy Japan for a very long period of time, and we put them under the peso for their monetary system. So that was kind of interesting.
I think the occupied Japan stuff was in red letter and made in Japan. I want to say that's the case on most of the occupied Japan stuff.
I've got a little silver table lighter It looks like a pistol, and it was made in occupied Japan. It's just stamped on the bottom.
Well,
So
that don't. You know what's sad though? I mean, I'll tell anybody. Some people might disagree, but I think the main reason why our industry left was some of our unions were ridiculous.
Well, they got over powerful. There was a time when management was really running it over on labor, and the unions came in and they kind of evened that out. It worked out for a while, but then they got fucking greedy. I know my dad was a United Auto worker, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous what they were getting paid. It was.
Oh, well, that and like I don't know what plant that he worked for, what company he worked for.
He worked for he started out at Fisher Body and then transferred in the early 60s over to or in the mid 60s over to General Motors to the truck and bus plant. Well, he was a tool and die maker.
I got an uncle that built the square body pickups in Canada.
Okay.
When,
hey guys, I'm going to let you all continue this conversation. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's the Ontario plant. They had a lot of plants and stamping assembly plants over in Ontario.
Oh yeah, but the biggest thing he said was like he got laid off in the early 80s. He got what you got on call basis. So, but he had to go in the plant every day, sit in the break room, drink coffee. Hell, they even had a beer machine there. He said you could actually get a beer out of a vending machine during your lunch break. But what's interesting, he said, if after 2 hours they didn't have no work for you, you went home, got paid a full day's pay, even though you didn't do anything. And and that was a 2-year bit. Then you got late, and he still made $100,000 a year. And then after, and the way their contract worked, they had to pay him do that for 2 years, and then after 2 years, he had to go in there and he got his pay cut in half. So instead of making $100,000 a year, he got $50,000 a year. But then he got the rest of it made up in unemployment. Then that went on for 2 more years, and by the 6th year, he'd finally get laid off and get 2 years of unemployment paid by GM, guaranteed 2 years, not 6 months, 2 years. And then if they didn't call him back after the unemployment, and in 2 years, then he was totally done with his job. But like he said, it would take you literally 6 years from the time you actually start getting the layoff process. And he says that's why. And he says no wonder these companies were going broke. I mean,
I had a cousin up there. She worked at the Pontiac Motor assembly plant, and they were opening up the Saturn plant in Spring Hill, Tennessee, and they'd had this big layoff, and they'd been laid off indefinitely. And what they got a choice of either take a buyout or move to Spring Hill and work at the new Saturn factory. So she took the buyout. It was pretty sweet. They set them up with a good place to live and everything, man. It was pretty decent.
Hey guys, I have a question here. There's a comment on the screen. It says the handwriting on the paperwork that Castro filed in Massachusetts today was his buddy Zahner's, the same guy who managed to get an order of protection against Kate. He's brainless. Did he actually manage to get an order of protection? I don't think that actually happened, as far as I know.
I don't know what. All I know is that this Zane guy's got this massage mobile or some shit. So
you want to know who read that out? I've seen 4th graders write better than that.
Well, I have his cease and desist order that he put up against me right here. You can see it right here. This is an official legal document by Chili DeCastro right here. So
looks like toilet paper.
Yeah, that's good toilet paper. It rubs your asshole raw, so I wouldn't suggest.
I think Charlie Bear got a hold of it right here. See.
You think Charlie got a little Nutella close to that, do you?
Yeah.
Did he write that, or did a kindergartner?
I found Nutella out on my carport. Oh my God, Chili's been here.
No, that protection order that Zane got against Kate, the one in New Hampshire, they actually didn't approve that one. She got to go to court date, but they approved the one in Massachusetts for some bizarre reason.
Yeah, I think.
I think Charlie Bear got a hold of it right here. See.
Yeah, he did.
Charlie Bear got a hold of it right here. So
yeah. I think she mentioned that on in the court there. Said that guy has an active protection order against me, and then he avidly follows me into the court.
Right, but it's
his
a
name's not the
temporary
same name
order.
like you said on the protection order. His name's something totally different, but he used a fake name to acquire these said protection orders. So
The order
there's a little
this
bit
Sane got was temporary until they go back to court to determine whether it needs to be a permanent HPO or not. So it's just a temporary order that was made at like an emergency protection order.
Protection orders are.
Is that just to keep Kate from throwing him against the ground and bar stomping his ass? Because, you know, she's just so mean like that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
All hail to Queen Caton.
You know, I just can't figure out how the hell you can get a protection order against a lady like that. It doesn't make any sense to me anyway, you know, but I don't know a whole lot. So I'll, you know.
It's a microcosm.
Had to know something.
It's a microcosm of what's happened to our society. Look at these demasculated men and how they act. Look at this. These are demasculated men that walk around like little fucking Karens, you know, just bitching and crying and complaining all the fucking time. It's just disgusting, you know.
I was in Goodwill today, and I said, hell, not. And when the guy that worked there told me I need to watch what I said, I might offend somebody. I said, they can't, if me saying that offends them, they can take their Karen snowflake ass out.
Hey, Sovereign, that comment on the screen's for you, sir.
It might have been his jock sock. Yeah.
You might want to sanitize your hands.
Shit.
Yeah, and I suggest anybody in the chat that wants to use the trifold as toilet paper, don't. It'll make your asshole raw. I wouldn't suggest using it.
Well, this is right here.
Kind of like using an indestructible trifold, huh?
This is the absorbent quad fold that I made.
Did it get? Oh, I saw when I could not find that email with that trifold. I tried finding it, but it got deleted somehow.
Well, see, the way this works is if the cop comes up to your window, the first thing is you say, I am a constitutional law scholar, and that should intimidate you. Therefore, eat my ass, you scum-sucking pig. Okay, now the next part you want to use after that is if they keep on, you ask them, you say, why did you pull me over, you scumbag demon? You are not looking up my butt. And on this side, we've got, you just want to put me in torture cuffs and look in my butthole. And what's this crossed off here? Just like Uncle Fred. And then
Just like Uncle Fred.
On the very back, that's the very last thing you'll probably need is, I want my phone call. And as you can see, it's absorbent, so that when you piss yourself from getting tased, you can clean yourself up as well. So this is destructible. So.
Oh God. I don't know why he's so obsessed with the cops looking up his asshole. That's what he always obsesses about. I'm beginning to wonder if that cop shoved the nightstick up his asshole while he was in jail.
I think it's kind of a case of like, you know, the girl that's wearing a really low cut top, walking around pushing her titties out, going, "Don't look at my tits. Don't you look at my tits." I think that's right. I think he's daring him, you know. I think he's kind of daring him. You know,
maybe he doesn't want anybody to stick anything up his butt because that's where his head is, and he's afraid of, you know, like head trauma or something. I mean, that could be a serious possibility.
I think he totally wants somebody to stick.
That's a chilly lobotomy.
Yeah.
You know what I think really happened? He actually got. I think something happened to him when he was stripping for them gay men when he used to do that years ago.
Well, they made him do things in the VIP room.
He actually was a stripper. He actually used to strip for gay men. It's been proven, and Kate brought it up.
I can believe it.
Hey, Justin B said it's the only form of affection he gets.
Except for when he gets out the Nutella and lets Charlie go.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
He rolls that Nutella all over his balls. Let's get Charlie lick his balls.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's 10 o'clock. So have fun, Terry.
All righty, dear. You got to go, do you?
I'll leave it on that one.
Yeah,
All righty. You have yourself a great night.
All right.
Have a great night. And thank
quick too. I gotta.
I'm sorry if I
get
take
shit
anybody
together.
away. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I got too far sometimes.
Have a great night, EB. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it.
All right, you too.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna have
I agree. We've been on here for a while. I didn't want to stay on here too long. I just wanted to give the quick update, but I did want to, talk a little bit. I've had a little bit of fun. Of course, it's always fun, to talk about chili, and I one more time, I'll repeat what we know about Brad. We don't know anything. I have to keep checking with the clerk's office to find out when the continuance was scheduled for. They had nothing today when I went to find out. So as soon as I know, I will let you all know. So until then, we basically know nothing. It's all up in the air, and we're waiting to find out when he is to appear before the judge again. The only thing I know is that it was given to Judge Ballard. So that is something that I do know. I've been in his courtroom before, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man.
So I'll let Trifold Troll give us if he wants to make a final statement there. You got anything to say, Trifold?
I just want to tell everybody have a good night. I just wanted to come on, like I said a while ago, and say hello. I hope everybody has a good night and keep talking about chili. That keeps his ego up.
How about you, Mr. B? You want to leave us with anything tonight?
No, not really. Just keep pushing on, harassing the guy. It sounds like it's a fun thing to do.
Well, generally, I let all the other channels harass him. I only got on the last 2 times because of what he said about wishing bone cancer on kids, and then that apology he gave for it. I had to get in on that, But I don't intend on giving Chili shit every other day or 2 or 3 times a week on my channel. That's never what I wanted to do. But I could not let that go.
No.
Hey, I wish we could. I wish he was 10 or 12 years younger, so he could be forced to go into the military. It teach him a little respect. It does. It makes a man out of somebody or a woman.
Well, for some people it does. Some of them just get thrown out. I seen that happen when I was in there. So not all of them can hack it. Not all of them will take it.
Could you imagine, though, seriously, him going up to a drill sergeant and saying, "This is unconstitutional. Make me do push-ups," or something like that, or crying? Oh my, it'd be fun. Or he'd say, "I'm a I'd love it. Him talking, like during guard duty at night, trying to tell one of the things, I'm a constitutional, blah blah blah, and then watch that drill sergeant come in and open his mouth. You ain't nothing. You're just a lone private. Get to walking."
You know what?
Oh man, whenever I got to basic, they explained to us that they weren't going to call us by our rank because we had everything from private all the way up to Spec 4. If you had a certain amount of college education, you got to start out as a specialist, and they made us all take our rank off because we weren't that rank yet. We hadn't been through basic, and until we were lower than a piece of shit. We didn't even rate piece of shit yet. So they informed us of that for sure.
Well, when I went in, compared to today, listen. Today's military, they probably would let him get away with that dumb shit. They got stress cards and all kinds of other shit. When I was in, the drill sergeant could straight up kick your fucking ass, man. And I've watched it happen. And they didn't.
Where'd you go to basic? Where'd you go to basic?
Fort Dix, New Jersey. In the winter.
I went to Lawton, Oklahoma, and Fort Sill in middle of October, and I'll tell you, it was funny because I'm a Northeasterner, and I was watching that drill sergeant say, "We got drill on the platform, not outside. It's too cold," and I start laughing. That didn't go over well, but I just had to laugh because he said it was cold out, and he said. And we ended up exercising outside anyway, which felt good to me because it was 55 degrees out and they were saying it was cold. I'm thinking 55 degrees? That's perfect temperature to exercise to me. These guys were shivering out there like it was 40 below zero, and they made us take our gloves off, made me take my gloves off, thinking that was going to bother me. It's like, I'm loving this. Let's do it every day outside,
I want to respond to Baby Doll Ironton. She's asking if there's a certain place that we're supposed to meet up Saturday night. I don't know of any place yet. I don't think there has been a consensus reached. But if you want to meet up with us over there at the end of the fight. And hell, we all got to come out of the building anyway, so you'll get to see us all, whether you decide to go with us and hang out with us, You know, I know Sovereign will be there. I know me and him will be hanging together. So I'm assuming that we're all going to try to meet up somewhere. But if we all go our separate ways, at least you'll get to see us there. And that's to everybody out there. If you want to meet your favorite YouTubers coming in, now would be the time to do it. You may never have a chance to meet some of them ever again. Some of them are from different countries and stuff. So come out and see us. Oh, hello, Bits and Pieces just jumped in. Hello, sir. How you doing tonight?
Oh, Derek.
You just barely made it. We were just about ready to cut it off tonight. So you just made it in.
He's funny as hell.
He is, and I tell you what, I really respect him. He's managed to earn my respect. So you know, just want to throw that out there.
Well, yeah, especially when he trolled Chili at the auto auction. That was hysterical.
Yeah, especially when Chili threatened to hold him down and fuck him in the ass. Chili's words, not mine. That's what Chili said.
Why is he always go to that? Why does he always go to that gay rape shit, man? Always to the gay rape.
Apparently it's all he knows.
It's okay to be gay, Chili. If you're listening, it's okay to be gay. It's 2022. Come on out of the closet.
Yeah,
Nobody's
but
we won't.
You.
We're only going to gay shame you as long as you stay in the closet. If you come out, hell, we won't have any ammo to do it anymore.
Imagine getting in an argument with a woman and saying that to her. Now what? Right? Are you threatening to rape that woman? They would throw your ass in jail. So, you know, I mean, come on. That's some dangerous shit. He really thinks about that stuff, man. Or he wouldn't say it all the fucking time.
Apparently, and then he sent you that stuff. Remember, don't forget what he sent you. That was even worse than just saying it. To be honest, I mean, just to have all that there and ready.
It's already on his phone.
I want to send him a big dildo on his Amazon wish list. I want to send him a big old dildo. I'm gonna look for it and send him a big dildo on his Amazon wish list. If you can add that to his wish list, you can send him something to his wish list. You can actually add something extra to send to him. So I'm gonna find out. I'm paying like $20-$30 for a big dildo to send that prick.
Hello, Autotron. I hope. Hello, Autotron. I hope you're doing well out there. Well out there too. And guys, I hate to break it off tonight, but I'm going to get off here early. I've got some other stuff to do, and I always say that, then we end up on here another hour, but I've got to go. So I've given Trifold and Mr. B their last chance. Sovereign, is there anything you want to leave us with tonight, sir?
No, I'll be. Like I said, I'm getting off here and gonna put some shit together to go on my trip tomorrow. I don't know. There's no. Get on with that one during the thing. I'll do some updates during the trip on the way down there and shit. And we're just gonna have a good time, man. That's all. Regardless, I think it's really cool. This asshole brought everybody, you know, together. We've made some friends online. We're all gonna kind of meet up and have a good time together. I get to meet Derek from Bits and Pieces, and of course, hang out with Terry some more and Della. And they'll get to meet my wife this time. And I think we'll have a good time. And of course, I'm absolutely sure that Hello Baby's gonna be around. Absolutely. So
wait a minute now. That's Baby Doll Ironton.
I'm sorry.
Hello Baby is somebody else, and I don't think she's close enough to be able to make that.
I misspoke. That's my
too many baby names in the chat these days.
Listen, I got like 5 dogs. I can't keep track of their fucking names. I go through the whole list of them until I get to the right one. You know, it's just like.
My grandfather had 8 children. And he would literally call you every single name from the top to the bottom and end with Arnold. He called everybody Arnold. There wasn't even an Arnold in the family. He had to be like, Terry, Tina, Beth, Jerry, damn it, Arnold. And he'd just stop with Arnold because, you know, he couldn't remember which one he was hollering at. And I used to laugh so hard every time I heard him do it.
Like you there, that one. Yes.
Right. All right, guys.
All right, man.
All right, guys. I'm going to get off here. Y'all know we all love you to death. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hello and goodbye to everybody in the chat. If I didn't have a chance to speak to you individually, I apologize. I sure do. You know, I appreciate y'all coming every time. It's always a fun time. And Sovereign, you know, I can't wait to see you, man. You know, you're becoming one of my favorite peeps out there, and we're going to have a great time Saturday, one way or the other. And I can't wait to meet, you know, all the people in the local area that come out to I mean, hell, they ain't coming to see me. I'm just small potatoes on here. I'm the lowest guy on the totem pole, you know, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of people coming out to meet, like Irish Demon and, you know, all the people that are coming. So I think it's going to be a great time, and I personally can't wait. I'm like a little kid at Christmas time. So So I probably won't see or hear. You probably all won't see me or hear from me until Saturday. I'm sure we'll have something going on Saturday, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of cameras flashing a lot of different directions. Since we're all YouTubers, we'll all have to get each other on there. But
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
until Saturday, everybody be safe, have a great time, and just remember, never work too hard because they're going to pay you the same either way.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all have a good night.